Welcome to the Pantheon Parenthetical. My name is Lance Ash, and this episode is entitled, What This Is All About. What this is all about, this referring to this series of audio recordings that I am presenting as a quasi-radio show, is my attempt to make my commute to work as productive as possible. You see, 4 years ago, the place I work moved my job from 15 minutes from my house to an hour from my house. And so that cut into my time quite a bit. I try to be as productive as possible with the hours of the day. And so 4 years ago, over 4 years ago, when the move was being announced, I began practicing. The intention was originally to talk as long as possible, 20, 30 minutes. And I posted about 30 videos on YouTube, taking the audio track and marrying it through the Movie Maker program to some still image to create a video. And I made the mistake of telling some of the people that I work with about the project, and they listened to some of them and called the postal inspectors on me because they said they felt threatened and didn't like some of the content of what I was saying. And although I was deemed innocent, it was determined that the best thing to do would be for me to delete the videos. Well, I'm back again, this time in a much shorter format. The intention is to do roughly 6-minute videos. The first 3 minutes dealing with the topic or theme or title at hand, which can be biographical or observational, and the second half of the show being a visit to the fictional community of Fig Pitch. I do these shows in the car on the way to work or on the way home, and the difference is I'm not rambling. I actually have rehearsed these. I rehearsed for a couple of days before I make the final recording. And now it's time to visit the tiny community of Fig Pitch, a handful of structures and dwellings clustered about the meeting point of 3 roads. Fig Pitch is to be found somewhere between the cover of a Windham Hill album and a Holly Hobby lunchbox. Hidden among the illustrations in the books of your childhood, a backwater bypassed by all that has grown up between you and the puppet at the end of your arm. When last we looked in on Fig Pitch, Old Tusk was looking for his pen. Well, he has found it, right where he left it, under an old copy of Penthouse on the desk behind the counter in the store. He writes out the directions the stranger has asked for and hands them to him, and the stranger turns to leave. This prompts Jack and Bob, watching these events through the screen door at the front of the store, to run around behind the store, under the shade of some trees. There, Bob pulls out a strange plastic case containing a deck of trading cards, each card bearing a picture of a motorcycle. Some factory models, some modified. One in particular is Bob's favorite, and he shows this one with particular relish to Jack. It is of a 3-wheeled motorcycle, which has been modified to look something like a hippie Art Nouveau version of a hansom cab. Inside the box-like structure of the motorcycle is a man and woman. The woman is somewhat in the shadows. Her face is obscured, but you can tell that she's a blonde. The man, however, is classic 70s looking dude with long black sideburns, big black mustache, open collar, beefy arm on the tiller of the motorcycle, and gold chain around the end of the arm, or end of the wrist. Jack explains to Bob that he got the cards from his uncle, who claimed that he got them, as he often did, from a man I know. Bob is particularly proud of the fact that he's kept these cards all these years. He got them when he was about 6 or 7, and now he's about 11, 12. Some boys on the school bus tried to steal them from him with an elaborate and clever ruse. However, prompted by a prophetic dream, Bob was able to hold on to the cards, and he still has them. Well, that's about it for today. Thank you for listening.